All I want to know is who's coming with me. Who's coming, man? Who's coming with me? Huh? Who's coming with me, man?
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
Soul glow.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win a Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my 2K and Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. Happy Monday to you.
Hey,
Happy Monday to all of Bills Mafia. Yes.
I made it.
Oh my God.
I'm actually here.
Holy shit.
Seems like it's been a couple weeks since I've been here.
What the fuck is happening? Mikey's finally here.
Right?
Man. Yeah, glad to have you back. Glad to have you back, brother.
Yeah, it was. I didn't realize we were talking about this off air. I didn't realize how much my life revolved around the internet. Except, like, because every other time I've lost the internet, it's been because I've had power outages. So it really didn't matter because I had no power. This time, I'm like, I stream all my stuff at home, like everything. I was doing everything off of my phone. It was wild.
Yeah, dude. I'm with you too. I'm very it's funny because growing up, I was always out and about. I never because obviously internet wasn't a big deal back then, and phones really didn't have access like that. And I guess because we didn't have it, we didn't know how cool or useful it was. But now that we have it, we can't get enough. We can't get away. It's right? Bro, you need it for almost everything. I'm not saying you can't live without internet, but it ain't easy.
Like, I remember growing up and they didn't have it. And then I thought we were a hot shit when we had the, AOL dial-up where you had to stick the CD in, and you had the thing where it tied up the phone line. So you always got yelled at by your parents for tying up the phone line too long.
Then you got the second line. So the line, that line was just for AOL.
Yep.
The good old days. Now you're coming up. If you got that second, you got a second line for the internet. Holy shit! Just don't pick up that phone.
Exactly.
Man. But
dude, Sandra's in the house.
Sandra's in the
Scott
house.
Blakely in the house. With the 9th pick. Damn you, Weston. Already starting with me.
Damn it, Weston. I mean, Ruben Bain's gonna. It seems like he's gonna be.
You know what's gonna happen? Is they're gonna get there and you're gonna find out the Chiefs traded out of the first round.
That'd be crazy, right? I don't think so.
You know what's gonna happen is you're gonna find they traded the 9th pick for AJ Brown.
That would be wild. They haven't had a receiver in a while there, right? Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do that though. I think it's been a while since they've had like a top 10 pick.
The 9th pick for AJ Brown. Watch.
I don't know if they'll hate it.
Weston,
you know what I mean?
You're here. Would you hate it if
great
the Chiefs
question, yeah.
traded the 9th pick for AJ Brown?
Oh, boy, that's a high pick, though. 9th for AJ Brown. I don't know if I'm doing that. He's a hell of a player, but he's also brings baggage. You know what I mean?
And who better than Andy Reid to manage the baggage? He dealt with T.O.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. That you are right with that. Absolutely. You're right. Like, if anyone can do it, he can. So, yeah, maybe.
Chats. Tommy, did you struggle in the chats without me?
Quite a few times. Boy, you guys get going. It's tough, I gotta say. And then I get going, and then it's a mess, man.
Just trade out to the teens. They could trade back into the teens. He said, "No way, AJ Brown is too much." You know. Yeah, I could see them moving back for that 2027 class. Still getting the 2 picks. I could also see him taking that late round and flopping it for a first next year. I don't know if they take 2, but they do need to start, bringing someone into that corner room because it is bare bones in there. They basically got rid of their entire secondary.
I mean, I gotta say, what's interesting on your point about the AJ Brown thing is, if we're going to be real when we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and their offense, and we get it, like Andy Reid he can almost work with anything. However, they have had the service of a future Hall of Famer in Travis Kelce, right, for many seasons. That has not changed, right? But that's going to change, right? That's he's
not really. He's just signed a new 3-year deal.
3-year deal, but that doesn't mean he's going to stay all 3 years, right? Like he's. I don't think he stays all 3 years. I think maybe a couple more seasons, but either way, though, you need to eventually find your weapon for Patrick Mahomes. You can't. I don't think that can continue on if Travis Kelce isn't there anymore, right? Like, I think it works with him there, but
it's probably going to be Tate. It's going to be Tate, or it's going to be Jordan, or it's going to be one of those top receiving weapons. Knowing Rachel Wright is in trouble again.
Exactly. That's where I'm going.
It's like gone.
Yeah,
they're not going to rely on just Thornton, and maybe they don't do it this year because who knows when Patrick's truly going to be ready. There's a reason why they traded for Justin Fields.
But if you're there though, and you do have an option for one of these, and you're top 5 receivers, let's say they get to your spot, which is very possible. Yeah, I might do that. Like I really, I know Ruben Bain's the guy you want, man, but at the end of the day, man, like, you gotta also surround your quarterback with weapons. You got to give him some help. And I feel like the Chiefs offensively, and even though, like you said, Kelce may have signed a 3-year deal, which I don't think he'll stay all 3, but their offense has been shaky, right, over the last couple seasons. Even though it's with Andy Reid, it's still been a little bit not what we're used to.
Guy.
Exactly.
Because Travis, say what you want, Travis is getting older. He is getting older. At the end of the day, he is.
Yeah.
Reishi was supposed to be that guy, and he is when he's on the field, but he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble.
Right, that's a problem.
It is a problem. So at the end of the day, like, I could see them, or maybe it's Malachi Lemon. Like, I don't know which one of those 3. I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those 3, though. If they were smart, they would go the best edge rusher there, or
I get
the best secondary guy there. Whoever's at the top of your board, whether it's a receiver, D end, or secondary, that's who you take.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, we'll see. Not my team, not my problem, but Weston,
not my circus, not my monkey.
You are in a comfortable spot though, like, drafting wise. So it's always good to be in that spot. Yeah,
a top 10 and a late first. Right. Poor Chiefs fans.
Damn, poor Chiefs fans, right? But yeah, dude. So, post podium went on today, Mikey. I want your opinion on the whole, because I actually joined the show today or called in or whatever. And it is a good debate, I guess you could have, but talking about what kind of have failed this team, right? Defense, offense, both, whatever. And, what they were saying, or at least Aramis for the most part, was that the offense.
He's listening to you. Watch what you say.
Keys is my dog. He knows. I went on
listening to you. Watch what you say.
He was like, bro, Keys is so funny today, though, when I called in. Keys was like,
one second before you move on with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Scott, They actually they didn't propose it. They actually pulled the proposal, so it's not being voted on.
Okay.
They put it in today. They pulled the proposal before it could be voted on. So that is not going to the group. So, anyways, go ahead with it.
Yeah. So you know me, I go get on. I'm just right. And Keys is just like, I can read body language. So he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna let him and Aramis just go ahead into this fucking war here.
What was it about?
It was about. So basically, I was in the chat initially, and
you were starting crap from the chat. Okay,
I was starting a little stuff from the chat, and I was trying to point out that I was trying to point out about the defense, and the points they gave up and stuff like that. And my point when I called into the show was because he was saying shouldn't matter, your offense needs to score in the high 35s, 40s all the time. Like basically saying the offense is really what led to these losses more so than the defense in a way, right? So my whole point is, Mikey, it's not so much that I expect your defense to be the same from regular season to postseason, because that was his debate too. Like regular season defense is not the same when you hit into the playoffs.
Okay.
And I slightly agree because I get it. You're also playing better opposition, right? You're playing playoff teams. So of course your defense is going to give up a little bit more points than they probably have in the regular season. However, when you have your coach who specializes on one side of the ball, my feeling is I expect that one side of the ball to be clutch in key moments, right? To when we need them the most, they should show up, right? Especially after 9 seasons with the same coach, the same philosophy, the same scheme. And I felt like for the most part, we never got that key moment, crucial stops from the one side of the ball that our coach specializes in. So when we're going into this season with Joe Brady as offensive coordinator, who was a former offensive coordinator, that's his side of the ball. If he coaches for the first 2 years and we're having problems with the same situation, Mikey, on offense, though, and crucial plays, it's going to be, then, of course, I'm going to say the same exact thing. We have an offensive-minded head coach who melts down in crucial moments in big games on that side of the ball. So that's why I feel like the defense let us down more so than anything, because they did have more opportunities in the offense and failed those opportunities with a defensive-minded head coach. So that was my thought process of it. Also, if you look at the Super Bowls, Mikey, the majority of the Super Bowls, the defense has really stepped up, and most of these losses are under 30 points, 20 points, 19, 16, 10, 9. I think the Eagles-Chiefs game was the last game that actually went higher than 30 on both teams. But normally, even the divisional games, Mikey, the defense has normally stepped up, right? The defense our defense has never been to that point where we're holding a team, in the 15s, the 16s. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts? Just curious about the whole.
Before I give you my thoughts?
Yeah. Let's
train
hit
horn.
that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and hit that real quick.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Morenos. The Bills defense in the past 6 elimination games gave up more points per drive than the 2007 Patriots offense scored with a defensive head coach. So that is wild. That's a wild stat.
That is a wild stat.
Here's my take. The issue was McDermott's defense. If he would have just ran his defense the way he ran in the regular season, we probably would have been fine. McDermott tried to get perfect in the postseason.
Yes, you're right.
Now, I'm not going to say that the offense didn't have chances. They did.
Correct. They did.
The players at times it was McDermott. Don't get me wrong. But at times, players didn't step up and make the plays when they need to be made. Whether that's a throw down to Diggs that he dropped, whether that was a throw to Sherfield, who couldn't make the catch, whether it was a throw to to Kincaid. He couldn't quite come up with it. Whether Josh, got a guy pushed back into him as he was stepping up to throw, whether he overshot Knox, with a hand in his face. Like there's a million could have, would have, should have moments on the offensive side of the ball. Whether it was a missed kick, there's a lot of things that went wrong that was outside of the coaching. But when you bring it all back together, the defense giving up 32 points per game on average with a defensive-minded head coach, there's zero reason why he should have been here for 9 freaking years.
Correct. And
as good as he was in the regular season. And he was great. We had the number one ranked defense in the regular season multiple times. We had top 10 in almost every year. But when the playoffs started, and you heard Leslie Frazier say this out of his mouth, and you heard players that left said they changed the defense. They didn't let us play free. There was too many checks calls. They tried to be perfect rather than just letting the guys play.
Right. I brung that up as well. He coached, he tightened up in the playoffs, and I don't feel like he trusted his players the way he trusted them in the regular season to go out there and make a play happen when needed. Right. And that was my point too. Right. And, unfortunately too, I think that transferred over to the offense at some point where he got a little bit too safe with the offense as well. When earlier on, Mikey, if you look, he didn't really have control of the offense too much. Dable was kind of running it and doing what he needed. If you look early on, it was a different, we're like, all right, your defense ain't going to fucking step up. Well, we're just going to fucking air it out. We're going to fucking go toe to toe with them. Right. And McDermott wanted to switch that script. It's why exactly. But you had to go ahead.
Yeah. Kevin comes in and says a coach that feels that he needs to tolerate Josh Allen is no coach of mine.
Yeah. So that came out. I don't know if you heard about that.
I didn't, but let's hit that super chat real quick.
Yeah, let's hit that.
Thank you very much.
Folk is in the chat too.
Okay, we'll hit that. Yep. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, Moreno's is dropping the love tonight with great takes here. Kelly's from the 90 to 93, 13 TDs, 14 turnovers. Allen from 20 to 23, 25 to 5. Montana from 87 to 90, 22 and 3. That is wild.
Yeah.
Kelly was 13 to 14?
Yeah, it's a lot of turnovers.
I didn't feel like when you think about Kelly, that's not what you think of.
I don't recall that either, but I know he had quite a bit in the Super Bowl against the Cowboys, from what I remember. But
that's
that is wild.
Dropping facts in here. That's wild. Woo.
What's the Mr. Fulton here?
Yeah, Mr. Fulton. I hope you feel better, but buddy says, hello, Tommy and Mikey. I'm not feeling well today. Sprained my back. I'm headed to the hospital right now. I'm having back surgery Thursday night.
Golly. Well, prayers for you, brother. Hope they take care of you over there, man, and rehab goes well.
Bringing the stats, right? That's just wild.
Jeez.
That just tells you what our bar is for Buffalo's quarterbacks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's go back to the topic. Sorry, the chat.
No. It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, man, like my whole point was, I agree with them on some things, like, and this because obviously me and you two have been doing this show for a while. I gave up on the defense 2 years ago, probably 2 years ago, at least, where I kept saying, fuck it. Like, it's not going to make a difference because the scheme's going to stay the same. He's going to stay the same. Let's just load up on offense because clearly we're going to need a lot of points in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And anytime, guys, at least for me, that you feel that way going into a playoffs, whether that be on the other side of the ball or not, it's probably not going to go well. Meaning, if I'm going into the playoffs again this year, let's say our defense doesn't look good, it's not a good sign where I'm going, fuck, man. Well, Mikey, we got to hope our offense just really outscores the whole fucking way through. Like, that should never be a way to think about it, right? Like, correct. Same thing with the other side of the ball. Like you shouldn't be like, oh man, I hope our offense could score more than 15 this game, or our you know what I mean? Like, it's the same.
Last year we were thinking that.
Right, yeah. So, like, look, man, like the teams that win it for me are the most well-rounded teams. If you look at Seattle last year, well-rounded, defensively, offensively. You don't tell me their defense didn't make a difference in the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Don't tell me their defense didn't make a difference against the Rams, who had a high-powered offense. And yes, the Rams were going to put some points up, but they probably would have put way more points up against our defense, right? Like Seattle's defense was better, more aggressive. It showed that in the Super Bowl. Like, so look, man, and like I said, if you look at the Super Bowl winners, Mikey, right? If you look at the past Super Bowl winners, which I have pulled up here, it's wild to see the scoring. Like it's crazy. Oh man, right here. So Seattle last year, they held New England to 13. Philadelphia, they held Kansas City to 22. Kansas City held San Francisco to 22. The only game here recently that a team went over, 25 was Philadelphia against Kansas City, 38-35. The Rams held Cincinnati to 20, right? Cincinnati was a good offensive team. They held them to 20 points, Mikey. Tampa Bay held Kansas City in 2021 to 9. So don't tell me the defense doesn't step up. You get what I'm saying? The Rams in 2019 had 3 points in the Super Bowl, right? And then when you're talking about, Mikey, you're talking about divisional games, right? Go back to, a few years, right? You got on the AFC side, you got 10 points by the Ravens. You got 20 by the Bengals. You got 24 by the Chiefs, 24 by the Bills, 24 by the Titans. These are all things under 30 points. The Bills are allowing 32.5. Right? Mm-hmm. You're telling me we can't get better than that? These teams allowed all under 30 points. So why can't we do that? Like if we would have done that, guys, just a heads up, we probably would have been to at least 2 Super Bowls by now. If our defense would have at least averaged allowing 24. What, Mikey? 25, 24, 45, whatever, right? We would have been there. We'd have been there. So come on, it can be done. And if you don't have a well-rounded team, guys, then we're going to just still be sitting here year after year going, well, if we can make it, it's because of Josh Allen. That's the wrong way of going by it.
Well, here's another bigger picture problem I had. Let's go back, and I heard someone talking about this. I think it was Joe Marino on one of his podcasts. They were talking about, I think it was the Bills Squad podcast recently. And they were saying they had a problem with that divisional game in Kansas City when we missed the field goal.
Yeah.
The way they ran the offense, it was run the ball control, because McDermott was scared to put his defense out there.
Correct.
Because it wasn't good. So he limited how many possessions Josh had to try to protect his defense. He did a lot of that over the last few years.
Yeah.
Went to a ball control style offense to limit how much his defense could be exposed.
Yeah, no, I agree, but that also hurt the offense at the same time. Like, so you're trying to help your sorry ass defense instead of, correcting it and fixing it, because you are a defensive minded head coach. That's where you come from, and instead you make the offense suffer. I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's this deal with McDermott and Allen? You said that came out. I haven't heard anything. That came
out. Yeah, something about Allen not appreciating or something about. I didn't see the whole story. I saw it in the comments section. But if you guys do me a favor, if you guys can either send the link or let me know where or what he said exactly, so where you got it from, so we can bring that up, because I don't want to misspeak. I just was seeing people in the chat talk about there was something that McDermott said about Allen. It wasn't good. It was something. I forget really what it was, but it wasn't. It was something like he wants his style play or something doesn't match with him or something like that. Bring it up, guys, because I don't want to misquote that.
The cold front comes and says the defense has already saved 3 or 4 points per game, in my opinion. Filling gaps can now quickly become 7 points or less.
Yeah,
just by getting rid of McDermott.
What up, cold front?
It's wild. It's wild. I want to hit. Who was it? It was up here. It was James's. How do you guys feel about Trey Lance, younger brother Bryce Lance, as a day 3 pick? 6'3", 209, 4'3". Here's the thing. I don't think he's going to go in day 3. I think he's going to go in the third round. I think he's going to go at the
I
end.
don't even know anything about him. What is he, a receiver?
He's a wide receiver.
Okay.
He's fast.
I'll be honest with you. I had no idea.
Christian Watson.
Okay.
He's built a lot like Christian Watson.
But he's going to be a day
faster.
3 pick. Is that where where they're projecting him?
No, I think he's going to go at the end of day 2. I think he's going to go in the third. Because he crushed the combine. But he's North Dakota State.
Oh, there it is. Tyler Dunn said, reported that Josh Allen was a burden to McDermott. So, look.
He was a burden?
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I don't know what that means.
That's wild.
If true, like, once again, you got to kind of be careful
a lot of
on
stuff
some
what
of the stuff.
Tyler has said has come out to be true.
That is true. And once, it's funny because I actually kind of went over that article again, that article he initially wrote. A lot of crazy stuff in that article, man, when you really dive deep into it. And you're right. Like if there is some things that came out that's factual, I mean, what else is factual in there? Like is 80%? Like, I mean, that's some bad stuff in there.
Yeah. Key says the only problem last year, it's tough to be mad at the defense for giving up 30 when the offense turned over 5 times. That was one time in the 9 years.
Right.
He'll never live down 13 seconds in my eyes. Ever.
Right.
13 seconds. And a defensive-minded head coach found a way to lose the game.
Yeah, and I think that's you know what, Mikey, I think that debate there about last year's game, about who blew the game, right? I think
even
that
with the 5 turnovers,
they
had the lead with 4 minutes to go when the defense gave it up.
That's my point. Like, I think it's that conversation, Mikey, I think is a tug of war debate. And I understand both arguments.
It was a team loss.
Exactly. That's right. But yet I still feel like in the tug of war part of it, there's people that think it's the offense. They should have done better. If Allen would have hit Knox at the end there, the game would have been over. If, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then there's sides like that I'm kind of leaning on or a little bit on you where, okay, yeah, he didn't hit him there, but we still went up 4 and there was 3 minutes to go. And if Buffalo makes one stop, and by the way, a lot of those on that drive, 3rd and long that we gave up, like we needed one stop there. Really, truly. Yeah, right. Truly one stop, guys. We're not even talking about this. So like, I get it. That was a team loss, but at the end of the day, like you expect, and this is what I'm talking about. You have a defensive minded head coach and a crucial part of the game. You expect the defense to tighten up or not tighten up and play to the best of their ability because that's what their defensive minded head coach does.
Tighten the screws on the offense.
Exactly. So and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. Colefront comes in and says, those words he says on his podcast, they heard from the organization that Allen was a burden. Maybe Allen was a burden. Maybe it was the fact that he heard so many times, you have one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever lace up your cleats, and you cannot get it done. You're failing him. Everywhere they turn, it says Josh, it's Josh, and you're failing Josh. Josh deserves better. So maybe he was a burden. Maybe that Josh being one is as good as he is, and 2 as likable as he was a burden to McDermott. I don't know.
Yeah,
like it didn't seem like there's a whole lot of love lost between Allen and McDermott in the comments. I heard him go at nauseum about Dayball, at Dorsey, but man, when they said he said I appreciate my time with him, and that's basically all he said.
Yeah. Did you hear Dion's, which I'm going to play it actually. It's 3 minutes long. I think 3 talking about Joe Brady and McDermott. Did you hear that at all, Mikey? Okay. I'll play it when we get to caught up with the chats. It's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic, or at least, what a player who's actively on the roster had to say that, what he felt like McDermott was about. At least a little. You get a little bit from Dion there, and like what the difference is between him and Brady. So I'll play it when we're done here.
All right, yeah. Colefront said you guys talked a little bit about it on Friday.
He was on Friday. Good dude, man. Dustin, go over there, guys. Check them out. Colefront Buffalo.
Yep. Key says, I'm just saying, if you survive 13 seconds, there's no way you should have been fired after Denver. It just looks strange.
Doesn't matter.
Honestly, I don't think they had any intention on firing him. I think when Pagula walked in and Josh didn't respond to him, when he was talking to him because Josh was just so distraught that they lost again. I think he felt like he had to. Me and you talked about this. We never thought McDermott would get canned unless Josh spoke.
I didn't.
The fact that the owner came out and said, I looked at the locker room, saw the guys, looked at our leader and Josh, realized I had to make a change.
Okay. So to the point about what he's saying there, and I agree, and I said it on the record, he should have been fired at the time after the 13 seconds.
Especially for not taking any accountability for it.
Accountability, right. And pointing blames at other people, firing these special teams. Like that whole shit was a disaster. Anyways, look, I don't really give a shit what he's done after that. I don't care if he had if his best season was last year. His best season was last year, but we didn't get to a Super Bowl. So what does that mean? It's the same for me as every other season. You get what I'm saying, guys? You get my point? So his best season. So since he had his quote unquote best season to date, or what if we think
is his best coaching
in a while
since the rookie year.
But who cares?
Team.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Mikey, it's not year. If this was year 2, year 3, let's say year 4, even, we'd be going, okay, you know what? It's a little too early. Look how far he's gotten us, right? Like year 9. Like for me, it didn't matter, and I'm glad Pegula went in the locker room, understood that the wall was not going to be torn down, it was not going to be broken through with this guy leading.
Yep.
Yeah. It just wasn't going to be broken through, right? Like McDermott was never going to lead his men past that wall, right? Like, and if you guys think that, by the way, like out there that think that was his best season, and his best season or one of his best seasons, he's still going to get through the wall. You got to go then, right? So that's my point. It doesn't matter about if it was his best or not. He should have been fired years ago. Like, no. He got more than enough time. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna make a memorandum. This is our last McDermott conversation.
Oh, it probably would never ever be our last McDermott.
I cannot continue having this same dumb conversation about McDermott's failures at the end. Just can't do it. Appreciate everything he did for us, but I'm done having this. Like, I feel like we just rehash the same crap over and over and over.
Oh, excuse me.
It's not even you. Like it's the chat. It's I hear it on all the other podcasts too. I'm like, we got to move on, guys. McDermott's gone.
Oh, excuse me.
No, I won't excuse you. I won't excuse you. And I will not sit here and listen to that slander. Okay.
Oh my God. But yeah, dude. And I honestly didn't mean to bring up, it was more about the defense, right? Yeah. And I know he's obviously part of the reason why. But speaking,
you sure about that? You sure about that?
Yes, I am.
You bring him up. Are you sure about that?
Kind of. Real quick though. I know you like where the defense is heading. And the coach.
I would if we get a one tech,
which
a big nose plugger, a run stopper. Like, come on.
There in the draft, there's a few in there that I would like.
There are a few in the draft, but the problem is we don't have a lot of picks this draft.
No, but we'll see. I mean, there is one, I forgot his name. I believe he from Ohio State. Man, dude's a freaking monster, man.
Yeah, you're talking about McDonald?
McDonald, yes, man.
I like Christian Miller more. From Georgia?
I haven't seen his highlights, but McDonald's
is a true nose tackle. But here's the thing. Yeah. Christian Miller also gives you pass rush.
Okay, so it gives you a little bit of both. Gives you that power and the ability to get to. But
he's not as good against the run as McDonald. McDonald's elite against the run.
He's also against the run. A powerhouse, bro. He's he pushes. Like when I watched some of his film,
Kenneth Grant. Remember last year we wanted Kenneth Grant? He's Kenneth Grant.
We did. I think he's better than Kenneth Grant. When I watched and I like Grant, but when I watched the film on Grant last year, I still think he could be a good player for the Dolphins, or turn out to be. But I when you look at McDonald's work, dude, Like he moves guys with no problem. Like these are some big offensive linemen, and they're on skates. Like you know what I mean? Like so, yeah. Like that's what we've been missing, right? That that body mover, right? And I would love if he felt if he was there, I wouldn't hate it. I would not hate that pick, man.
Jay Ham says Jordan Poyer said it himself at the locker. The room felt like 13 seconds, maybe even worse. That doesn't surprise me. They had many chances to do it.
They did.
I do agree. The Army's about people hating someone after they leave Buffalo. I don't hate McDermott. I just never thought McDermott was going to get us over the hump. Like after the 13 seconds game, I truly didn't have the faith that he'd be able to get us over the hump.
But is he talking about just coaching or players?
Just players and everything.
Everything. See, that's not. I don't know about you, Mikey, but of course, there's some players. I'm not going to like lie to you and say, oh no. But there's some players that leave. I'm like, hey, that guy was pretty cool. Like I have no, you know what I mean? Like I still watch some of the players, right? That leave here that I'm like, I didn't mind them at all. I don't have that. The only time I'll ever like dislike anybody or glad for that he's gone is like guys that I felt like just didn't do it here, right? Like that got paid and just had zero success or zero help to the team. I'm like, good, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Like outside of that, though, I don't hate on a guy once he leaves here. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
You get a lot of that, but at the end of the day, like I respect what McDermott does. Someone asked up in the chat, does McDermott ever make the Wall of Fame? He probably will. At some point.
That is a great question.
At some point he will. Like at some point when the Bills, whether they win,
they put molds on the Wall of Fame.
It's no longer the Wall of Fame. It's the family circle.
Family circle. I know. But what is it going to be digital or is it going to be on a
they're going to be on a plaque that go
on a plaque.
Like they have pillars all the way around it. It's on a plaque. And next to those giant ass bison.
I wonder why they wouldn't put it in the stadium though. Again, like I thought it was
because from what I heard was it's because they want people to show up because the parking lot's going to be open 24/7. It's going to be like a place to go and check out during like the week or during the off season or it's bringing people to the stadium to check that out. It's kind of like a landmark type of thing.
I gotcha. I just hope. Because there's always some idiots out there that like to, damage property. So hopefully, that they stay in good shape while on the outside. But I still think they should also put it on the inside. But it is what it is. But my point being, I don't know. Like I'm on the fence with that. I get that he was a good coach here. I get he had a winning record, got us out of the drought, yada yada. But there's a lot of players deserving to be on there. I mean, maybe Mikey. I don't know. As a coach, I guess because we haven't had a good coach since Marv Levy. Yeah, truthfully. So I guess I don't know.
It ran its course.
I'm on the fence. Yeah.
Ran its course. Do I think he'll end up? Yes, I do think at some point he'll end up, but it's going to take a while.
Except the way wrestling job. Yeah, you're just totally done with the NFL.
Lots of conversations going on in the chat. So with that, Kenneth Grant was more explosive and a more penetrator gap shooter than an actual anchoring nose tackle. Okay, I'm with you on that, Jarek. So Kenneth Grant is more along the lines of the Christian Miller mold than he is the Cade McDonald. So okay,
right. That makes sense.
I'm with you on that. McDonald can anchor his ass off that slants, but he's more 2 down, early down than a 3. There's a model DT, more of a jack of all trades, but master of none. Yeah, I'm a fan of Miller's game, but I don't want us to take one of those big guys in the first round.
No, okay. What would you like? What would you prefer? Like if you had like right now on the spot,
depending on what receiver's there, either a receiver or a twitchy edge rusher.
Okay. So your top 2 positions would be receiver and edge right now. Edge. Okay.
But I don't want, I don't want one of the just like, any edge. I want one of those twitchy guys.
I get you.
The piece that we're missing.
Oh, real quick, did you hear about Epinesa failing the physical in Cleveland?
I did.
Do you think there's an opportunity? Do you think he comes back to Buffalo at all? Or you think they that ship has sailed?
No, I wouldn't put it past Buffalo. I don't think it'll happen until after the draft if it happens.
Okay, so you think
I think they're going to go
could
through the
be
draft
a
and
possibility.
see,
Okay.
and they're going to play best available, not position
Okay.
need, and then after the draft they're going to go get whatever positions that they didn't get in the draft.
Shaq Thompson also came out and said the Buffalo Bills, I guess they've been in talks, but it seems like it's going to be one of those things, like you just said. Let's see after the
Brandon
draft.
Cooks said the same thing.
Brandon Cooks.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
Someone talked about today, said, he's waiting until after the draft because he doesn't want to go to a team where they draft a high round pick because he wants to play. So he's waiting until after the draft to figure out where he's going to sign. There's a lot of go. I bet you Matt Milano's the same way.
You're right. Yeah, it's funny how a lot of our players now. I want to say a lot of our players. Like I heard that earlier. Like, look,
there's like 9 that haven't been signed. That's played a lot
but
of defensive snaps last year for us.
They're defensively. Once again, you see what side of the ball we're talking about. Who got signed though? Offensively, right? Fucking David Edwards right away. Like no problem. Edwards gets paid. McGovern was going to get paid regardless. So he was from us or somebody else. Like the defense, nobody wants. Now, I mean, even Cleveland. Let's be real, right? Come on, they probably were like, maybe we made a mistake. Let's just fail as physical and yeah. I guess I didn't see Epinesa seem fine. I mean, like it's wild. Our team's going to start using that. By the way, that it seems like that's going to be a thing now, right? Like, maybe we see a guy we like in the draft, maybe more, or maybe you know what I mean. We could save some money. Maybe we made a mistake, or maybe we.
But it's not like they gave him a lot of money. They gave him $5 million.
I get it, but still, $5 million is $5 million. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe they were like, we'll use that money elsewhere.
McDermott statue holding a stopwatch with 13 seconds.
The 13 second, right? Yeah, just to fuck with them.
Who could never? Because Marv Levy's there. He never got us over the hump.
Well, he got us to a Super Bowl though. Never. But I get your point. Never won one. That's true. But McDermott. But to be fair, if you're going to compare the two, and I get it because Wall of Fame is just strictly Buffalo, but Marv Levy accomplishments outweigh McDermott's by a landslide.
So have Allen outside the statue. They can modify the Buffalo with Josh Allen's head on the Buffalo. Listen, if Josh Allen brings us the Super Bowl, you're going to have a statue of Josh outside.
Oh, absolutely. Bro, they put a fucking statue of Carson Wentz outside of goddamn Philadelphia. Not Carson Wentz, the other guy. While their main quarterback is coming back to be a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was wild. Is it still up? Do they keep that up, by the way, in Philly?
Probably.
Oh, my God. That's crazy, huh? That'd be like if we won it with Mitch Trubisky and we put Trubisky statue.
I think they should have a dedicated building for the Bills Hall of Fame. That'd be awesome.
That would be dope. But boy, it's not really that full right. It's small building right now. They seem very particular about who gets on the Wall of Fame. They haven't even let Eric Moulds in yet. Like they're picking the Hall of Fame.
There's a reason for that.
Why years and years they had opportunity, Mike. He's been retired since a while. You know what I mean? Like,
I bet you he shows.
Retired,
I bet you he shows up in the new family circle.
More than likely he will. And there's other players, by the way, like Kyle Williams and Fred Jackson's probably a guy that they may consider, which probably deserves it because he was here a while and he did pretty good here. And who else would you? Speaking of that, who would you put on there? Just off the top of your dome.
That's not there yet. Kyle.
Yeah, it's not there yet. Right, so Kyle's one.
Yeah,
right? And obviously Eric Moulds, right?
Moulds and Kyle both make it. Trying to think of long term that were successful. I could see Freddie showing up.
That's what I said, Fred Jackson, right?
Like Freddie showing up. Not
telling you,
more.
there's a. What about Stevie? Stevie deserved to be on there?
No.
Okay. Hey, it's an honest.
It didn't have. he had the impact, but he didn't have a long enough Buffalo run to show.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see what I'm saying? I don't know about that making a building for the wall. We don't have that many. And another thing. I'm glad we're on this subject. Did you hear that they're considering not putting O.J. Simpson on the Wall of Fame?
Yeah.
That they're considering taking him off. Okay.
In the family
so
circle.
I'm gonna ask whatever. I'm gonna call it the Wall of Fame. Fucking family circle. Sounds like
called the family circle.
Sounds like being dragged into an intervention or something. Listen. What's your thoughts on the O.J. Simpson thing? Like, should he be on it? Should he not
I don't
be
care.
on? I know you don't care, but what's your thoughts? Like, shit, from the outside perspective, I know you don't care, but just curious. What?
I could care less if they put him on or take him off. Like at the end of the day, it does not bother me one way or the other.
It wouldn't bother. I'm not saying bother you.
No,
I'm just saying what's your thought process on it of anybody. Let's just say it's not
the fact that I don't give a shit about it tells you everything you need to know. I'm not like, oh, he needs to be on there.
Oh, excuse me.
Not like that. Yes. At the end of the day, he was a legendary great player for the Bills.
Yeah.
He was a legendary off-field nightmare of a human.
Yes.
So, do I truly care if they removed him? Nope. They left him on. Do I care? Nope.
Okay. So, and I respect that. However, and I'm with you. It's not going to, hurt my, it's going to
hurt you. Obviously, you feel strongly about this.
But I do. I feel strongly about a lot of things that Pete Rose, for instance, should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago. Like, what the fuck? No. But
different.
But I get it. However, it's still, you can't take personal legacy and mix it in with on-field legacy, right? For me, this family circle, whatever the fuck it's called now, is this about personal legacy or is it about on-field legacy or is it a mixture of both? If it's a mixture of both, then fine. You know what? Then that's a debate to be had. For me, if it's on-field legacy, which it should be about.
Nope.
Right? Because let's put it this way. If it's about personal legacy, then fuck, dude. Like there's a lot of great fucking humans that play for Buffalo Bills.
Just don't be a douchebag in society.
And
it's not even being a douchebag. The dude was on trial for murder. Got acquitted for it. For it. Then he went to prison for armed robbery.
I get it. Listen, he was. I'm not debating that he was a terrible human being. However, if you look at the NFL Hall of Fame, like if you really dug into it, there's probably a lot of bad people.
Hall of Fame and family or Wall of Fame is very different.
So all of a sudden now in 2026, years and years later, now the Buffalo Bills have now it's a problem.
They're not announced. It wasn't some big like, oh my God,
I know.
We're taking his. It's like we're just not going to add him back to it.
I disagree. I think they should.
What are you honoring?
That. I'm honoring what he did on the field. Period.
I don't care.
That's it. Yeah,
that's fine.
But I'm just saying it is it's a subject that was hitting the media last week when it came up. So I get it. I know you don't. It's not, once again, if they don't, they don't. Like you said, I don't. It's not gonna hurt me, but I don't.
I'm not going out to defend O.J. Simpson's.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna fucking get the group together and I'm gonna protest.
I bet that sounds like something you would do.
I want to go out there with my signs.
You want to go out with your signs?
My free OJ sign. Okay. Family circle. Family circle.
Yeah.
OJ
use the name OJ and family circle in the same sentence. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm gonna buy me a Bronco and just park that motherfucker right over there.
That's why they changed the name. They named it from Wall of Fame to Family Circle.
Yeah, and I fucking hate the name.
The community.
So of course I'm against
part of it. Of course.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I want a wide receiver. I don't want to take any wide receiver, but a pure route running wide receiver. Yeah. So, Jarek, who is your wide receiver you want? Let me know. Tommy, who's the wide receiver you want at 26?
God. I like Boston somewhat, but I'm not totally sold on him. Brazil's interesting, but I think you can get him in the second round.
Brazil probably going to fall to the third.
Maybe. I don't know. I think he's going to be a second round, but we'll see. I think he has more upside than Boston, if that's fair to say.
I disagree.
Really?
Brazil plays on one side of the field, and that's it.
I think he has more upside. I think he's a higher ceiling. I do. I don't think
physical traits. I'll give you that, but he's only ever played on one side of the field. He's never played. They don't motion him. They don't do anything.
But I think he has the ability to be that kind of player. Like, listen, that's what NFL. That's what coaching does, right?
I guess. Like, there's obviously a reason why at the college they didn't move him around.
Maybe, but I've seen players that were not moved around too much and came to the NFL and actually, blossomed into a better player. So it's not heard of.
Again,
so
Brazil's not considered a first round talent. So
yeah, and I'm not saying
you think he's going to be better than. But
I didn't say first round. I said second round. I wouldn't have drafted him first.
I asked you who would you want at 26? Was my question.
There would be nobody there that probably would fall that I would like.
There's no receiver.
Concepcion is the only guy maybe I would take a flyer on. I think he's, and I also think the Bills are kind of high on him right now. It seems to be.
His game
I wouldn't hate it.
So perfect.
I wouldn't hate it. He's also a punt returner, which so you get that aspect too. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Like I'm still not crazy. I'll be honest with you. I'm not crazy about this wide receiver class. It's not doing it for me.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's some player there, some good players, but this isn't a
Casey Tyson or the
Tyson. Yeah, but that's a Tyson's
they're saying because of they're saying because of the medicals he may fall.
That's interesting. Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how far will he fall is the question, right? Like, and he's a hell of a player.
Could he give you. What's the kid from Michigan? The corner that fell.
God, what was his name? Will Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson. Could he have a Johnson style fall?
That would be crazy. And you can't let if he gets you at 20. I think you take that flyer. I think you can't let a player like that drop that far and think he's going to maybe be there in the second round. I would just say I would grab him. But you know why too? I think our wide receiver room right now is pretty good. Like you know what I mean? Like, so why not? Why not? You know what I mean? If he's there, and let's say he's not ready or he's not 100%. Okay. You know what I mean? Wait a year or rehab him, whatever you got to do. If that's a big deal, you know what I mean? And then you got yourself 100% healthy guy going into the 2027 season. I mean, I've seen teams do that all the time. Matter of fact, the Detroit Lions did that with what was the receiver name out of Detroit that they drafted and he didn't play for a whole year?
Oh, he did played at the end. It was
played at the end, Williams. But you know what I mean. Yes. And they took a flyer on him. Jameson. Yeah, who was gonna be projected to be a better draft pick if he didn't have the injury. So yeah, I mean, I would if he fell like that.
You know, it's wild to think about though. So if you had your choice right now at 26, who are you taking? For the late round guys, who are you hoping is
McDonald, because I think McDonald could fall.
You want to use a first round pick on a 2-down
absolutely
player.
A nose tag on true one tag? Yeah, I would.
A 2-down player.
I think that kind of player would be here for a while. And you could and actually he would work very well in this system. It's what we needed. It's what we've been missing.
But it's a different system. You don't know what
No, you're right. Wants. You're right. I get it. I mean, it seems to me the Brandon Bean talk today. I don't know if you saw that too. He did his pressers and he was on McAfee, and it does seem to me like he is leaning towards the receiver position. I mean, but we'll find out. But you're probably right, Mikey, and they probably go receiver first. But we'll see.
Yeah, but now you're comparing the Ravens to the Bills, Jerk. I they do.
And remember, we changed our name to the Family Circle now.
Yeah, I don't really care one way or the other.
Family circle. The fuck?
Ooh, if I had to choose, I'd go with Brendan Thompson. In the first, Jake, that's wild.
Hey, kids.
Second option would be Brazel.
Go to the family circle.
And
Check out the
then
family circle.
Brazel played in the years with Heupel. They don't move receivers different. I don't like KC at all. Okay. All right. You know, we usually see the draft pretty similar. Casey's the one receiver I would want at. What I don't want is any of the linebackers at 26.
No, I was looking at some too. I'm not. You know, Rodriguez later on. I think he could fall to
if we trade it back,
second or third.
I don't think he falls to third. I think he goes in.
No, okay. High second. All right, we'll see.
Trotter's interesting, but I don't think he's a first round talent. I think he's more of a second round talent. You know, not a big fan of the Georgia guy or the Alabama guy. You know, there's a lot of them. Like I'm just not overly fond. Like I like their talent, their games, but I don't see anyone well rounded enough across the board to be worth that first round pick.
Jance coming in. See Jance. Me and Jance on the same page there. And of course, Keys coming in. Oh, I had it there. I don't know what happened there. Keys coming in.
Stay off of my chat.
Yeah, sorry. He's not happy. He's not high in the Brazil at all.
Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead. You know,
that just seems like a clickbait question.
I'm gonna hit everybody with that, man. Be ready, chat, because this year is gonna be you're gonna be hit with clips all year long. You too, Mikey. Be prepared.
You just kept Sean in the slot and Shakir on the outside. I think KC's actually better on the outside than he'd probably be in the slot. You know, Keon is our current Elam, except we didn't trade up for Keon. You know, that's the difference.
Correct.
How do I take the best player on the board than a receiver at 26? Well, if the receiver is the best player on the board, then you take him.
It seems that's been the case every draft.
Like to me, I like Concepcion better than I like McDonald. I have him as a higher prospect to me. Ugh. I'm not gonna spend a premium asset on a 2-down player.
I get it, man.
Just not gonna do it.
I mean, I understand, and I don't think they're gonna do it anywaes. To be honest,
see,
with you.
Jarek's with me on that.
Okay, all right. Hey, it is what it is. I think that dude's gonna be something special in the NFL. So I just feel like if he's there, you take him.
You get Tineman at 26. You run to the podium to get him. I think he's one of the top 5 best players in this draft.
Oh yeah, the safety. Yeah.
Like I know we don't need the safety for 2026.
No,
but man, can you imagine if we did get him and they could use CJ as a weapon rather than just a safety?
Yep.
They can use him as like the X Factor and just move him around and do all kinds. Because dude blitzes as good as anybody. You know what I mean? Like, oh god, that'd be so much fun. You could use Cole Bishop as the X Factor, so you have 3 guys that can just roam around in the secondary. You never know which one or where they're going to be.
What's your thoughts on Lemon? He seems like it's going to be middle of the pack.
I think he's I think he's boomer bust.
Top 15.
I think he's boomer bust.
Okay.
He reminds me so much of London.
Okay.
His game is Drake London. And Drake London has been really good some seasons and really bad others.
You also got Cooper out of Indiana. What do you think about Cooper?
I'm a fan of Cooper.
Okay. I mean,
I'd be okay with him at 26. I prefer KC because of the explosiveness and the punt return ability. But Cooper, if we went Omar Cooper Jr., I would not be upset by that at all.
Yeah. I'm with you on the Tyson thing, by the way. He's around, they got him around a top 15 pick, but he could fall. I mean, he could slip a little bit. And if he slips a little bit, is that where Brandon Beane would be aggressive enough? Or like you said,
he's not moving up. We don't have the capital to move up.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want if you want a player, dude. you can give up a next
I
round,
would not. I
next
would
year's
not want
draft
to
pick.
move up for any
No?
of these receivers.
Okay. All right. I think he's
stick and pick.
Yeah.
Fine. Because Chris Bell would have probably been a top 15 player if he didn't tear his ACL.
Yeah, that is true.
So maybe stay at
That is
26
true.
and take
Oh, what-
Bell.
So out of that list, though, realistically, then, when you're looking at the receiver list, then Casey Consumption, if I'm saying his name right, he seems like he would be around that range where we would draft.
He's going to go anywhere from probably 22
to 28.
No, I think he could.
No?
I could see him sliding into the second.
Wow. Okay. And then Denzel Boston seems like a late first or second round.
Yeah.
So who do you realistically seeing there to take at 26? Like, you don't see Tate, obviously. You don't think Lemon's going to slip.
Nope.
You don't think Tyson's going to slip. What about Cooper?
I think Cooper could be there. I think Casey could be there. I think Boston will be there. Those are the three major ones. Or Bell. I think Bell's going to be there. I think Bell's going to go in the second, though, because of the injury.
Bell will be there.
If someone took him in the first, I wouldn't be surprised by it because of the talent. Outside of KC, I think either trade back and grab somebody or grab one of those really good twitchy pass rushers.
Okay. So the edges, right? When you're looking at the edges that are going to be around where we're drafting, right?
Well, it's hard to know. It's hard to know.
No, I know, but from the board,
different.
One on the board is where I'm because I'm kind of going by a board right here. So they got Messidor that could possibly be around where we're drafting.
Going top 20.
It's possible.
He's going to come close to catching us.
You never know, but I'm just saying.
Cassius Howe. I think it's going to be TJ Parker.
So they got Cooper around their range. They got Parker around that range.
I think Howe around that range. So
I'm sorry, not Cooper. They got They got Parker and Howell and Young. But Young looks like a second round. Howell probably early second round, but late it looks like Parker and Messidor.
Zion Young is probably going to get in the back end for the first. I think Parker's going to go late round 1. I think Howell's going to go late round 1.
Yeah, so it seems like the only edge that would be there that's considered a first round pick that would be
Howell
Parker.
Would have been top 10 if he had the arm length. Tools wise, he has everything you need. He just has short arms. So
you don't think Messidor falls? You think Messidor's in that 20 range?
I think goes between probably 15 and 20.
Okay.
That guy's so good. I went back and watched more on him. I don't think he fits what we're trying to do. Like, I don't think he'd be great as an outside twitchy edge rusher, but that guy is super.
He's really good.
Powerful.
The only problem with him is his age. He's a little older on the older side out of a draft pick.
I want no part of Woods. No part of Woods. Not if we're gonna take a Clemson guy, give me TJ Parker. Still don't want him, but if we were gonna have to take one, give me him.
Oh, Ruben Baines, Keith? Kidding me, dude? If there's no way he'd fall anywhere close to where
if Ruben Baines got to 20, I'd give up next year's first to go up and get him.
Absolutely, without a question. For me, I still feel like he was the best going in the draft on edge, but I don't know what. I guess the short arms, got him a little bit lower on that draft. But they got Bailey ahead of him, they got Reese ahead of him. But man, the body of work that Ruben Bain, everything he does so well, man. He's explosive, fast. He can bend really good. Good hands. I mean, the dude has it, man. So I don't know. I think he's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah. Jay Ham. I'm with you on that, except we had a chance to take a wide receiver and we traded back to the second round to get our wide receiver in Keon. And we chose the wrong one. And in the story.
Yeah. I really,
Tommy doesn't believe in rules. Mikey can't tell him the rules of the game. That's great.
No,
I'm like, you're giving me third. You're giving me late second, early third round wide receivers.
I forgot we don't even have a second round. What am I thinking about second round? We'd have to trade back. I totally forgot about the second round being gone. So, very interesting. So okay. So next question. Let's say we don't do anything. We're at 26. Are we trading? Do you want to trade down because you're not comfortable with the receivers at that point?
That goes into what Scott's asking here. How many players would you run to the podium for versus trade back? There's only probably 2 or 3 that if they were there, you run to the podium. You know, Thielen is one of them at safety, right? I think if he's there, you do it. I think if Tyson falls, you do it. And this is gonna be kind of shocking to hear, but if Ione, the guard at Penn State, falls, you do it. That guy is a monster.
He's projected on the top 15.
And I still do believe that we're not going to re-sign Osiris Torrance. We're not going to pay 4 guys on our offensive line.
I disagree. I think he's going to pay him. I mean, we'll find out when that time comes.
If they're going to pay him, they're going to pay him this offseason.
Yeah. I don't think he's leaving, man.
There's probably 3 or 4 that I'd run. Maybe, Mesidor, if Mesidor was there, I'd probably run. You know what I mean?
Mesidor?
I'd run to the podium. There's not many.
At about where, though? At about where? If he's where?
At 26.
At 20. Oh, yeah, okay. You mean instead of trading back? Yeah.
Instead of trading back, who do you run to the podium for?
Like, who are you absolutely taking without a shadow of the doubt if they're there at 26? Mesidor for sure. Yeah.
Iona, the guard. Thielen, the safety. And probably Tyson.
Yeah,
the only guys that I run and don't look at trading back at all. But otherwise, I would listen to the offers, and I think if I get a good enough return, then you move back. Otherwise, I'd stick and pick Howell. I mean, I would hate McDonald. I'd much more Christian Miller because he's a 3-down guy. I would take KC. There's a few guys on there. Like, everyone loves this Caleb Banks guy. I think he's going to be a bust. Like, he's big, but there ain't much more to him than big. He might be the worst defensive tackle I've ever seen in my life.
Caleb Banks?
Yes.
Out of Florida. They got him going early second round.
It's going to be a draft bust. I just don't see it.
I don't know much about him.
He has all the tools. Not great.
No? Okay. So he just can't. He has all the tools, but he can't put it together. Basically, yeah. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that from many players.
G-Pick in the house. What's going on, brother?
Mesidor. I mean,
where would he play?
That's a great question.
Mesidor is a big dude.
That is a good question. That is a really good question.
6'3", 280. He probably plays that outside. 5'I". On the outside, where Ed Oliver's going to play?
Yeah, he's 6'3", 260.
280.
Well, they got him listed as 260, but you might be right. Either way, let's say cut it in the middle at 270, but either way, you could line him up next to Oliver. I don't know. That's tough. You know what it is? I don't know how. This defense, though, I know it's a 3-4. It's going to a 3-4, but it sounds to me like Leonard wants to not just be a 3-4. It sounds like he's going to do a lot of different. It's going
to be a hybrid defense.
A hybrid style defense.
So play a true 3-4 probably in about 15 to 20% of your plays. That's it.
Right. So I mean, honestly, I think that boils down to what Leonard sees in the player. If he's going to be a guy that's going to be used, especially a first round. Let's say he's there, Mesidor. Is it worth it? Is it going to, like you said, on McDonald, it's not worth it because you feel like it's a 2-down player. Like, but does Leonard feel like he's going to be not a 2-down? You know what I mean? So I think that would determine what Leonard feels like if this player is going to be used enough to make it worthwhile first round pick at the end of the day. And like you said, to your point with the receiver, is it worth it at 26 if your guy's really not there, or do you trade back and then you get that that extra second round back and another round draft? Possible.
Yeah, JM, I can see him being waiting to see if KC falls. If he falls, he'll probably take him. If he doesn't, then he'll probably move back. unless one of the other guys that I named falls, like someone who they don't expect to be there. There's only 13 first round players. Every person has a different grade on their board. So to say there's only 13, Kevin, that's everybody grades it different.
I'm just like, I think this draft overall, Mikey, is just not.
I don't think they have that elite. I think it's a very solid draft. A lot of guys who are going to be really good.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. Like even the quarterback, right, position is shaky. You know what I mean? Like, we obviously know what's his name's going first, right? With Oakland. Mendoza, right? Yeah. And then the second quarterback off the board is what's his name? Ty Simpson, right?
But they don't know if it's gonna be first round or second round.
Exactly. So God, like how often is that, right? When quarterbacks are like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen a lot. And I just don't, I'm not crazy about the receiving class. I think there's some good edges, some elite kind of edges, like Ruben Bain, is one of them. But
James comes in and says sleeper at edge day 2, maybe 3 is Malachi Lawrence. Don't be surprised if Malachi Lawrence slides into the back end of round 1.
I've been hearing his name pop up too. Yeah.
I'm not holding my breath, Scott, that there's a chance that Coleman out. Is there a chance? Yes. I'm just not holding my breath on it.
Look, I'll be honest with you. If they can get 500, 600 yards out of Coleman, that would be successful.
He agrees with me. If Iona falls, he'll be out of his chair too. That dude's a monster at guard.
Yeah.
Monster. Towards getting traded draft night.
No,
I don't know if they'll do that. If we draft Iona, I could see that happening.
Yeah, but you better make fucking sure that dude's ready to go week 1. I'm just saying, you like the one thing about Torrance was he stepped into when we drafted him, and
16 a year. That means you have 4 of your 5 making that much money. It's not going to happen.
For me, man, I listen. It's very tough to find a good offensive line that's been together a while. For me, you keep that unit intact as best as you can. You can get a guy in here and look. You remember a guy named Mike fucking Williams? I mean, come on, man. Like you don't, as good as they all look, and you don't know that for sure that guy's going to be that guy. And for me to go, you know what, Torrance? Yeah, you know what? We're going to draft the guy. And we're going to move on it's a risky play for a very important position. And he's a young guy. It's not like he's an older,
but he's not getting
bad.
Better.
We're talking
he in the last 2 years, he hasn't gotten better. He stayed the same. He's good.
I thought his pass protection was better last year than it was the year before. I disagree.
I would disagree with you on that.
All right.
I think he stayed pretty even keel. You haven't seen him take those jumps. And maybe it's this year.
Yeah.
But for what he's going to get paid, I just don't see us paying it. Knowing we've already paid 3 of the 5, can't pay everybody.
I hear you, but like I said, man, I've seen this offensive line at its worst, and I've seen it at its best. And when it's at its best, it's the guys that are currently there. And we're a top 5 offensive line.
Paying DJ Moore $24 million a year.
You still got to have the protection to throw the ball.
Like if you're going to tell me you were going to kick Palmer to the curb and stop signing those type of players for $14 million, you're going to give it to Torrance.
Please do.
Okay, I'm good with that. Don't waste it on the receiver, waste it on the guard. Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's start with that, Bean. Please, or guys that are suspended for half the year.
We're going to have to find that money somewhere. Banks is a physical specimen, not a great football player. He is a physical specimen too. And Scott, don't you even put that into the universe. If Brandon Bean makes another trade with the Chiefs on draft day,
oh my God! Right
on Bean Island, I might set that shit ablaze. If he makes a deal with the Chiefs.
Hey, no, we got security. You ain't doing anything like that craziness, Mikey. You're not blowing up Bean Island.
No, Scott. I'm not paying the 26th pick for a 2-down player.
McDonald would be worth. I'm just saying, hypothetically,
would be the one that I could do it. Like if we take Christian Miller, I don't feel like he's a true nose tackle. He could be a 3-down player. But if you just want that big, stuffer, I would much rather go into round 3 and grab, Corleone or Orange or one of those type of guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's just that big plugger in round 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Then in round
But
1.
You know what, Scott? Go look at Caden McDonald's on YouTube. His highlights or film reel. Like, the dude is a monster.
So
Like,
he weighed in at 259, but he could get to 270. He played 280 last year, so he would have to stay slimmed down. And with him slimming down, does he lose some of the power?
You see, so he did lose a little bit. So I was right about the 260. I think he'll be. I think honestly he would go. I think they would want to put him up to about 270 in the NFL at his height.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Nothing. Oh, cost us so much money to get off of all of it. We just redid his deal.
You can't get out. Yeah, you would be eating it a lot of that. Nope.
You know, I'm not even sure we could truly get out of his deal this year with what we just did.
Yeah, I you know that you can get rid of Palmer. You're going to eat some dead cat, but it's still a possibility. I think they said you get we would get back 2.5 off the deal. You're still going to eat some of the contract, obviously, but for me, bro, I'll be honest with you, Mikey. If you draft a receiver, just eat the fucking money and get rid of Palmer. I'm just saying, if you draft a receiver in the first round,
what you do is you don't just get rid of the money.
Let's say you trade up, and you get a guy you like. You got to get rid of Palmer. No, you just said if there was a guy there that you really liked, that you would trade up for a guy.
No, I didn't say that
earlier. I thought you said. Oh, you mean? I'm sorry. If you fell to a 26, you would absolutely
fell to 26. Yes.
Yeah.
I would not trade up for anybody in this.
So let's say a receiver you like falls to 26, you draft him. Would you then what do they do with Palmer? You just keep him, or would you hate if they just kind of ate the money and you got rid of him?
I'd be pissed if they ate the money and cut him, eat the money and move him to get
trade
some
him,
sort of asset back.
True, you could,
and maybe a team would. Just do it that way.
And there's teams out there that probably would take a flyer if you're going to eat.
Man, that's such a weird one. I don't know what to make of him.
I don't either, Mikey. I was excited at first when we first got him, but when we watched him in preseason,
a raw prospect.
Oh, he looked terrible. He looked so bad and out of sort.
But you know what? So did Cole Bishop his rookie year.
I don't know if he looked that bad. Like Landon Jackson looked like he was lost at times, like really bad. And then when he got an opportunity, he fucking got hurt. And then he also is dealing with, I think he got 2 ACL tears in college, or one in college and one in high school. Like it's just not. I have a feeling that's just going to wind up being a pick that it just is wasted. It was a wasted pick. It is what it is.
Paying 18 a year for a guard would make him second highest. I just don't see us paying that kind of money. I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to get the money. I just don't see us
somewhere else. It just won't be in Buffalo. I'm with you.
And honestly, I would much rather move him and get an asset in return for him.
Well, if that's going to be the case, then I'm with you, because then the asset could be good. You're right. I'm 100% with you if that's their plan. But for me, I think
if they drafted Iona in the first, and then they moved Cybo for a second, would you be upset?
No, but if it didn't work out and something happened, this guy was not what we expected, and that could be the case. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem, because then you got rid of a guy that you knew could hold that position now. It would be a roll of the dice for me, but I wouldn't hate it. But I would be I would be crossing my fingers it works out.
They better be right.
They got it right. Yeah, they better be right.
Kevin, Dion won't be gone next year. Dion did have a terrible year, but he was also like 365 pounds, and he's already lost a ton of weight this offseason to get back into playing shape.
Yeah.
I don't think Dion's gone next year at all.
I don't think he was terrible.
I think he had bad games, Kevin.
No, okay. That's not fair. I think Dawkins at times didn't show up, and that's kind of honestly been throughout his career. There's been games where I don't know why Dawkins just doesn't show up. But I think last year he had more of those times. You know what I mean? So but he's still a hell of a tackle.
Sorry. I want no part of Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech.
Yeah. No.
Not a fan.
We could do mock drafts tonight,
in a McDermott defense, yeah. but he is not a. He's not a nose. I don't care what his size is. He's not a nose. Messidor with the Epinesa effect, yeah. You know, guy who's dominant at 280 and then drops his weight
and you fuck around and ruin him, hurt, yeah. Like I don't know what the fuck we were thinking on that, and that's not. Once again, that's on McDermott and coaching staff that felt that way. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Be honest, boys. Is there fear of this defense falling off like how it did with Jim DeRex? No.
Falling off where? It was already.
It wasn't good last year.
It was already hanging on a thread as is. Like, right. It was never that defense over the last 2-3 years was really, honestly, Mikey, and you know this, the year prior, 2025, the only reason that defense was around that top 10-ish range, I think they were, it's because of the turnovers. Outside of that, they were still terrible against the run, not very good in pass coverage. Like, it was the turnovers that helped. Last year, we didn't have that many turnovers. It wasn't, like 2025. Like, this defense has been holding on for a while now, barely. And yeah, the change needed to be done. So it I don't know if it can get worse. Like, I think it's going to get better. You got young, innovative minds coming in here. You also got John Fox. You know what I mean? That's going to help out.
They'll give up more big plays.
They are, because of the aggressiveness. I could see that, but
you're going to see sacks. You're going to see sacks.
You're going to see sacks. You're going to see a lot more pressure, right? You're going to, more aggressiveness.
You're going to see weird, funky scheme, like, twists and stunts and, bringing pressure from other places. It's not going to be just the standard vanilla rush for drop into zone coverage.
Yeah. Not believe in your players.
I'm with you on this, Bone. I'm with you on this, Bones. I think we do need to get high value wide receivers. Dude, you see what JSN just got? He got $40 million a year.
He got paid. Yeah. I'm with you.
That's what's wild. Fine, I'll tell you. $34 million dead cap if we cut him for Oliver.
Yeah, no, he's not going anywhere.
Or Cousins, or not Cousins, Dawkins.
No, Dawkins ain't going anywhere. I wouldn't want to cut Dawkins anyways. Like, listen, they're going to have to find his replacements, though. They need to start working on that. Right? You got to have to draft eventually a tackle.
I do think they have a very high regard for Grable. They do.
Yeah. So Grable, right, over the last two, they do, and that could be the guy that steps in his shoes. But time will tell. We also thought SVP was ready to take the center job, that McGovern was going to leave, and clearly they thought differently, right? So, just saying.
Yeah. I'm with you. Hell no. I'd pack Sabo's bags for $18 million a year, and no thanks.
Yeah, but who says it's going to be 18, though? I mean, like, we don't know that. Like, we thought there was no way that McGovern was going to come back for less than 17, and he did. So, I don't think that's fair either to jump the gun and say, this is what he's going to get no matter. Like, we don't know yet that situation is going to happen. So I get what you're saying. The market value may be there, but that doesn't mean a player necessarily just wants that. He's going to have that. Every player is different. We've seen that.
Yeah. I mean, hell, what's his face got 30 from Oakland or Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The center over there. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like, it just depends on the player. Does he want it? Every player is different. Every player, maybe he does want to go out and get 18 and say he's not taking a better deal over in Buffalo, like a lower offer. I don't know, but if Buffalo, put it this way, if Buffalo has no intention on giving him, and I'm sure they're talking to his agent at some point on going, hey, what do you feel? Right? Like, getting some kind of feel about the contract. If they're nowhere near terms, like nowhere even close to what then I'm sure the best bet, like you said, is probably to go ahead and get something while you can. But we'll find out.
I think this is a hot button take that they will not extend him. If they
talking
find
about
something,
Dawkins,
yeah, if they find something that they need, and they need to pull that trigger to get that $11-12 million, they absolutely will. I think Dion retires a bill. I'm just being completely honest.
Seems that way, right? It's almost like he's
I don't see it.
It seems like he's just like our ambassador at times. Right?
I know,
like he's the most outspoken player.
That they let him play it out, but I just don't think so. And I think they're going to be someone that's open. They're going to need the money. And they're going to pull the lever on Doc.
You think they're going to restructure?
Restructure? If there's someone open that they can go out and get, and they need that money, yeah.
I'm with you too. I think they're holding it for a reason. That option for a reason. I would rather them not. However, I'm also on board if that player is a guy that's going to move the needle, where it gives us a really good opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? But make it count, right? Don't just do it to do it and sign some, a couple guys with 2-year contracting. You know what I mean? Like, just blow the money in the wind. Like, make that fucking restructure, fine. But like you said, make that motherfucker count. Do it for the right reason.
Trent comes in and says, I think the next 2 years, McDermott's the head coach of the Dolphins or the Jets. I think he's closer to the Jets than he would be the Dolphins. And man, would he love to come in and coach the Jets and stick it to the Bills.
That'd be a week 1 motherfucking game.
Key says, I'd pack Cybo's bags for the potential of Iona.
Damn, okay.
Been nice, right. But Miami wasn't. Listen, I'll take Moore over Waddle. We talked about this at nauseum. Yeah. I love Jalen Waddle's game, his speed, but that dude misses so many games.
He does. Yep.
I think we'll see next year on both sides. Well, how many dumb mistakes do you think we'll see? Plenty to make Tommy pissed off.
Yeah, fucking mistakes. God damn them.
Harris reminds me more of Walker, the guy we drafted last year. He does not remind me of Ted Washington at all. He's young, he's huge. He's probably more of a pass rusher than a true run stuffer. But man, he blocks bats out a ton of passes and blocks kicks.
Is he like a big tall guy? I'm guessing he's
6'8", like 340.
Okay. So he's a lot like Deion Walker. Okay.
Yeah. Dawkins and Knox will retire Bills. I would agree. I think they're both going to retire Bills.
Yeah, I don't think Knox is going anywhere.
I just would not extend them and not restructure Deion again. I know you wouldn't, but they will.
I don't think Bosa's coming back either. I think Bosa winds up getting a cheapy deal over in San Francisco to play one more year with his brother and call it a day. I think that's where his career is headed. And if he doesn't, I think he's going to retire. If San Francisco doesn't, I don't see. Bosa's made a lot of money, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think he is going to play just to play again for another year, just to get another contract. I think he's going to do it for one reason, and then if he can't get that, Mikey, he's gone.
Okay. I have no idea.
I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know his mindset, but
yeah,
I think he's to the point of his career where he needs to think about that. Or he might be thinking about that.
I mean, does San Francisco want him?
That's what I just said. If they don't, maybe he just says, fuck it. I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Call it a day. I mean, if you look at the guy that we tried to pick up that wanted to go to Philadelphia, it was Philadelphia or I'm done. And
he's done.
Philadelphia didn't want him and he's done.
No, Philadelphia did want him.
Oh, did they? I thought you
Buffalo
said that
owns his rights.
No. This offseason, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Said it.
He never reported.
Oh, no. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I
the
thought
contract
he still
never
had
expired. No.
I thought he still had the opportunity to go.
Buffalo would have to release him for him to be able to go there.
Oh, so he just retired. He said, fuck it. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. I still don't know
place
if
he would go
would take him.
is Philly.
Yeah, but he's a shell of himself.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Browns talking about possibly trading Myles Garrett? People forget he's 30. I think he has more than 2 years. That guy's built so well. I think he's got 5 at least.
Yeah, and they already came out and said, don't get it twisted. We did that had nothing to do about trying to get rid of him. They did it for just the cap or whatever moving money around. So they're not moving on from Garrett. That is the only reason probably why Cleveland Browns fans are probably still attending games, right? It's kind of like Justin Jefferson when me and Mikey talk about Jefferson. Jefferson is the face of the Vikings at this current situation. Same with Myles Garrett. He is the face of the Cleveland Browns. You fucking trade him away, you're fucked. Why do you think they paid him so much money? They are not moving on from that motherfucker. Like he put out a letter saying this team is fucking shit. They ain't running dog shit. I want the fuck. They had to pay him all right, fuck it. I'll stay. You know? No, bro. He's the face, man. He ain't going nowhere.
You would extend Dawkins. Yeah. Spread out his money. How do you go with that?
Oh, extend him?
James sometimes says Kincaid's our Waddle. That's a great take. Super talented, just always hurt.
Right. Has the skill set, but can't stay on the field.
Being talked to McAfee, and they said they reached out to Moore at the trade deadline, but the Bears
yes.
Yep.
So it does show us. Did
you listen to DJ Moore?
Actively...
Yeah. Did you listen to DJ Moore's comments this week?
No. What did he say?
And the GM for the Bears came to him. There was 5 teams, and they asked him where he wanted to go.
What did he say?
Buffalo.
Oh wow. Okay.
There was 5 teams. That's why we had to go up to second.
That's interesting. Okay.
You know, these void years are, but yeah, like we could spend all night here talking about the cap and how they do it.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kevin. If Miles is on there, you pull the trigger on Dawkins.
Oh, absolutely. That's a no-brainer. But I just don't. He's one of those players I just don't see him moving off of. I just don't see it happening, especially on a bad team. Like Cleveland needs asses in the seats right now. They're desperate to keep their fan base still loyal because they're a nightmare. They're a fucking nightmare. They're not getting rid of that guy, especially a guy who just set the NFL record for sacks of the year. They're definitely not getting rid of him.
Oh, I don't know if Eric Wood would go on the Wall of Fame. I don't think he played long enough to go on the Wall of Fame.
He didn't. His career was kind of cut short. So great dude, good player.
I think Dawkins will. Dawkins will be there. I believe Allen will be there. If James Cook keeps it up, he'll be there. Here's going to be a controversial one. I think there's a chance Knox makes it at some point. If he spends his entire career in Buffalo, there's a chance Knox makes it.
I'll tell you how he makes it. I'll tell you how. They have to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In order for Knox to make it, they'd have to win a Super Bowl with him obviously on the team. That would be the only reason he would be on the then I could go, okay, I could buy into it, but I don't know if he goes on it without one. I really don't, because he hasn't done all that much to deserve it. You know what I mean? He's not up there with, he's just not up there stats wise, but now if we're talking family circle, sure, go ahead and put him in. Kayvon
Thibodeau for Torrance will be a trade, I predict. Okay, that's a good one. I'm not sure I'm giving up Torrance for Kayvon by himself. I think Torrance is the better player. Kayvon just really hasn't taken that step to show that he was worth the draft selection.
Yeah, he's been up and down too. He has the tools though.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that's one way. I just realized I said OPY instead of PO.
Potty.
Protector of the year. That's the name of it.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I don't understand the logic. What a horrible run organization. They're so desperate for any semblance of relevance. They won't be competitive within Garrett's prime. Why not trade him for assets? Yeah.
They won't because they're thinking about they've been such a dumpster fire, right? They have to keep the best player there still. Like they have to have a reason why fans are still buying merchandise coming to the game. Like they're so far away from being anything. You know what I mean? So I just don't. It would be smart, of course, because you could actually load up on draft capital, but I just don't see him doing it.
Groot would not be part of the trade for Myles Garrett, guys. I'm just telling you now. Bean will not let go of Groot. It's not going to happen.
That would be a mistake if they wanted him and they had to have him part of the trade package. If that were to ever happen, and I love Groot, I'm a Groot fan. He came from the U, but See you later.
Ooh,
That's what you wanted.
Could Cybo be in the trade for Garrett? I could see that as one of the pieces. If we made that choice at 26 and got Iona, right?
Oh, sure. If Garrett was
and then Garrett's there, and we offer
sure
27 first, the 28 first, and like Cybo.
Yeah, I would absolutely roll the dice. Yeah, no problem. Worst case, if this guy some reason isn't the guy, which seems like he will be, but then you still have guys that can plug in, so you figure it out.
Then if Waddle's only missed 4 and 5 seasons, then he's just disappeared on game day.
No, Captain D told me he plays hurt though. He always has something going on that limits him. So it is what it is. You know, I still think when you compare the two, I just feel DJ Moore is more well-rounded.
No, they're saying Kincaid. They said that was in comparison because someone said Kincaid's are Waddle. They're always
Kincaid's missed way more games though than Waddle.
Oh, honestly, I thought it feels like Waddle's missed more games because he's just not relevant.
He's always banged up. Yeah, he's always on
relevant.
fucking injury. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I'm with you.
Being out there just to be out there isn't helpful either.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what he does. You know, because I was talking about him with Aramis about Denver. Like, if you look at Jerry Jeudy over in Denver, it's not like Jerry Judy's put up monster stats in Denver. I mean, he's barely cracked 1,000. Like he, you know what I mean? Like, so it's very interesting to see when Waddle goes there because Waddle's actually had better numbers than fucking their number one. So I'm very curious about what they're going to do there in Denver with Waddle and Jeudy because I don't know who's the one. Is it Jeudy still?
I would think it'd be Waddle.
You would think it would be Waddle, right?
But it depends on how fast he grows that chemistry with Knicks.
Yeah, it's
we'll
see.
Yeah, Scott, I would not. Trey can't play man to man, and we're not going to have a zone style defense. So I just don't see how he fits.
No, and it's another year where he's gotten older. And Mikey's 100% right. He's just the man coverage is not his deal, and the age and all that's not going to happen.
So we've been here for an hour 40 already, and we haven't gotten to any of the stuff that you.
Yeah, we're going to skip all that. We'll just do the mock draft.
Okay.
If you want to do it.
Okay. It's just like it's wild.
That's how the chat goes, Mikey. I'm telling you. See, when I'm by myself, man, the chat just steers the ship.
Chat. We're caught up in the chat.
Yeah, because you didn't let me blabber on for an hour from each comment.
I would cut you off and move it on.
You bastard! All right, let me pull this up quick.
Not true. He's missed 7 games. Jerry Jeudy plays for the Browns now. Yes, he does.
All right, here we go.
We play more man, but we're still going to play zone at least 50% of the time. Okay. And those other 50%, when we're playing man, I don't want Trey White in coverage.
Oh, that's not it. Got the wrong thing. Hold on, Mikey.
You meant Sutton, not Jeudy. If you said Jeudy, I think you meant Sutton. I have the PFF one up if you want to do that.
You got that one? Yeah, because I don't
I have the PFF one up.
I thought I had it. I don't know where I delivered it. So,
all right, give me a second. Let me just pull up the PFF one.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Why won't it share? Share my screen. Share my window. Okay, here we go. We doing 7?
Yeah, that's fine. Can you pop the screen up a little bit more? Is there a way to blow it up?
You're so needy. Is that better?
There you go. Yeah.
All right. We'll go 7. I turned it down a little bit in case you want to. I don't want to move up.
Oh, slowed it down? It's fine.
All right. Here we go. Tell me where you want me to stop.
Stop at 15. Or 16. Stop at 16. Let's see who got out of the 15.
Let's see who did the Chiefs take in this. Oh, the corner. I can see that. They passed on Downs. That's wild. All right. So 10 went Downs for Fano, Thielman, Freeling, Allen, Iona. Or Ione.
So who's fallen so far that shouldn't have fallen? Because I can't.
Reese and Styles went. Bailey went. Love went. Bain Jr. went.
Who did Bain
Tate
go to?
went.
Just curious. Who took Bain?
Bain went to Cleveland at 6.
Oh, Cleveland? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Tate went at 8. Downs went at 10. So none of the receivers other than Tate's gone so far. So far, both Lemon and Jordan are still on the board.
All right. So pause it at 21.
Okay. So there goes tight end, Falk, Warren, Tyson's gone, McCoy's gone. So we're at 22. Blake Miller's gone.
Okay.
So Lemon is still there on the board, but I'm not trading up for Lemon. I'm just not.
May not have to. We'll see. All right. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's. I don't see anyone right here that I'm trying to risk.
Messidor just went. Howe went. Lemon went. Cooper went.
Okay. So who's best available? First of all,
best available is cornerback Terrell. Then Proctor, McDonald, TJ Parker, Denzel Boston.
Jeez, you see what I mean? Like I'm not.
Casey Concepcion.
Is McDonald? Did McDonald get picked up already?
Oh Jesus!
Just curious.
A mock draft. Oh hell yeah! McDonald's still available. Cleveland's not trading Garrett. Would you bring Milano back on a bet minimum? Yes, I absolutely bring Milano back on a bet minimum. Anyone who flamed, man, get ready here too. Oh, are you excited about flaming my mock draft? Mayfield is actually working for the Browns for a few years.
That's right. He said one didn't go so well, according to the.
My first one didn't go well either. Remember?
No, Mikey's had an awful draft his first time. We did it like 2 weeks ago. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Look at the edges. Just curious who's available.
If Brown goes to the Browns, Miles Garrett could possibly be an option. Yes, he could. I'm just looking at Bengals to Cleveland. I just prefer to use our pick in the round 1 for legit starters, whatever. Man, y'all gonna get me on.
Well, we're gonna be doing them up to the draft. If you want, Jarek, next Monday,
or come on Friday night with you.
Oh, true. Yeah, but Friday I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna do it with you. So Monday,
I'm not here Fridays.
No, I said Monday. Friday, I'm not going to do it because Friday I just do a different kind of format. So
okay,
Monday we'll do it because I like when you're you have the draft board, you can kind of control it on your end. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For me, I'll fucking get so 2 hours behind the chat.
All right, so it's TJ. I'm already on the 27th draft. Okay. I'm happy to bring you on, Jared. Come on next Friday or next Monday. Come next Monday. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's on the 2029 draft already.
TJ Parker, Zion Young, R. Mason Thomas are the 3 edges. I don't think any of those are worth.
No.
26.
If it was me, and you're gonna hate it, obviously I'd take McDonald right here.
Yeah.
But
and
if this was
I'd take Concepcion.
And I wouldn't totally hate it, Mikey. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't I'm not going to be sitting here pounding the table if they go with Consumption there. But
and I'll be perfectly honest, the Chiefs are calling us at 29. I'm hanging up the phone on them.
I know. Yeah, and I want what? And to be honest with you, if this is where we're at right here, I would probably think the Bills will trade back. But just don't do it with the Chiefs.
I would go Seattle at 32. We'll take 26. I'll take 64 and 96. I'll give them 91.
I tell you why I don't hate the Consumption pick though, because he does bring that punt return availability.
26.
He could fall in second. Yep. What'd you get?
26.
I still can't see it. Anyway, you can blow that up, man.
Not if you want it. If you want me to be able to manage the board, I can't.
Son of a bitch. All right,
so
go ahead.
I'm giving up 29 and 91 for 32, 64, and 96.
Okay.
Who cares? Who cares if we trade with the Chiefs? I care if we trade with the Chiefs.
Spin. Yeah. Oh my
Parker
god.
went, McDonald went, Terrell went, Proctor went, Peter Woods went. KC's still sitting there at 32. Would you take him? Or would you take Christian Miller?
No, I would. Because I feel like Consumption brings. First of all, he is a good receiver, right? But he also brings that punt return availability, which I'm tired of having Khalil Shakir always back there. For me, he brings you a little bit of everything. So I would go Consumption
is the take at 32. Yeah. We already picked up, the early third rounder.
Yeah,
60 something. Do you want me to speed this up?
Sure, you can.
To get us the 60 something.
Curious where McDonald went though. The one player that everyone didn't want.
I just don't want to spend that kind of capital.
I get it. You're not alone, apparently. Apparently, everyone feels
27
the same way. 27?
27 and 9.
Damn. So right after us. Oh my god. Okay.
So we took, so we got 64, which is the last pick of the second round. So by moving back to 32, we got our second round pick back. Yeah.
We did. And we got what else you get? Because I didn't hear that. What did you get for?
So I got
our
64. So I traded 26 and 91 for 32, 64, and 96. So we slid 5 picks back inside the third round.
Okay, it's fine.
Here, I would probably take Trotter. The Bryce Lance.
Who's
Dennis
available?
Sutton.
Who's there at
Edge?
Just curious at edge and safety.
So safety, they have Ramsey, Smith, and Wheatley. I wouldn't take any of them.
No.
At edge, we have Height. He's interesting. He's that bendy, quick twitch guy off the edge.
Yeah.
Crawford, Barham at 102. I think it's too high for any of those guys. If I was going to pick one, if I was going to pick one, I'd probably take Height. But I actually let's see defensive line first. Halton is good, but I don't think he's a true nose. He's not a nose tackle. Orange here is a monster who's truly more. He didn't have a great 25, but he was really good in 24. He's 6'4", 325. He's a anchor.
He's a big boy. Yeah.
Darnell Jackson is another big dude who is really good run stopper. He's 6'5", 337.
Yeah.
Me personally, this guy's more probably of the pass rusher than the run stopper. He's 6'2", 292. He'd probably play more of the Ed Oliver role on the outside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would probably go Trotter though as a linebacker.
Okay.
Trotter plays the run and the pass well. 6'2", 237.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
If Chiefs offers the best package, then you'd be stupid not to trade with them. I'm not even listening to their package. They call me, I'm hanging up on them. Don't care if we trade the Chiefs. I care if we don't fleece them in a trade once. Yeah. I just wouldn't listen to them. So you good with Trotter?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So far, I like it. So far, we got the wide receiver and the linebacker. Now we need edge and D tackle. They're paying Palmer a lot of money. Are they gonna have to? They're gonna have to play a rookie wide receiver over him. So it's not about how much money you make; it's the best players.
Exactly, Mike. I'm glad you said that because, dude, I could give two shits. Remember when? And I'll give you a great example. Russell Wilson got drafted by Seattle. They just paid a quarterback. Russell Wilson was beat him out in camp. They didn't give a fuck. Like, I'll give you another example. How about the fucking shitty, stupid mistake the Buffalo Bills made with Rob Johnson over over Flutie, right? And the owner, our late owner, Ralph Wilson, pushed it on him because he paid him and he gave away a first and a fourth round draft pick. Fuck that noise. I want to win games, right? It is what it is. We paid him too much, Palmer, but fuck that. You put the best on the field, man. So I want to give two shits as a fan.
Yep. So here we have Barham, the edge rusher, available. 6'3", 243. We have Lawson. We have Corey Lone available, the run stuff in D tackle, 6'1", 335. I could go that route. We have Lawson, but we've already taken a linebacker, so I don't think they're going to do it.
Oh, yeah, round 4 right now, right?
Yeah, here's Xavier Harris. We talked about him. 6'8", 330.
God, big ass motherfucker right there, man.
Yeah. If it was me, I'd probably take the D tackle here.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Take him?
No, go for it. Yeah, because I mean, I won her earlier. Y'all hated him. So go ahead. We got to get one anyways. I feel like we do. For years. Like, come on, man.
He says, take the nose tackle. So going now, we're at 126. So we have
Carson Beck. Fuck that guy. Do an interception.
165, 168. So they have Sapp out here. Wasn't great in 25. Was really good in 24. 6'2", 274. I don't think he really fits kind of what we're trying to do. You have Kilgore. I would probably take Bo Stevens here if it was me drafting. He's 6'5", 315. Could be the replacement for Cybo if we decide to move on, or the replacement for whoever is going to take Edwards' job. Hell no to Harris. I didn't take Harris. Don't you worry. Wonder who I want. He Corleone. I am a huge Corleone fan. I like him.
And the crowd goes wild.
Here, I'm probably taking Stevens.
All right. Yeah. I'm with it. I'm good with that too.
Take that that guard to get us ahead of the sticks in case we can't resign Cybo. And if we do, then we plug him in next to Dion and McGovern.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So far, I like this one way better than I liked my last one. Tackle pounds. Taft would be a big one.
Where are we at right now? Round 5? Round 6? Yeah. Where are we at?
We're in round 5. Pick 25.
Okay.
Taft is a rangy free safety. 6 foot 189. Plays center field.
We're going to need safety. The thing is, though, I don't think it's anything. If there's a player better available in this draft, I'm going to wait till next year to worry about the safety position. You draft one a little earlier on. You know what I mean? If you don't get it in this draft early, I'm just not crazy about the safeties later in the draft either. I think there's a few I like early on, but
yeah. Ain't it crazy? We're probably draft a majority defense next year. It's kind of funny if you think about it. Yeah. Harris is going to be good for the Bills. I wasn't a big fan of Walker. I ate that one bad.
Yeah, Mikey was pissed when we got. Yeah. I was on the fence with it. I wasn't angry, but I didn't understand it at the same time.
Here, I would, if it was me here, I would take Taft. Give me the safety here. He's a center fielder. I would, but I could talk into something else.
5th round. I mean, so we got a receiver, right? I mean, scroll up. What do we get so far? Just curious. We got our.
We have Casey. We have Trotter. We have Corleone, and we have Stevens. So we're looking at edge. We're looking at corner. We're looking at safety. So you want to see like the safety?
Check out the corners. Let's check out the corners real quick.
Corners.
Because right now we got Benford and Maxwell Harrison, right? And who's our third right now? Who am I missing?
That's it. I mean, we have this slot in Alford.
You got Alford is a nickel. But
Jadon Kennedy is someone I would absolutely love to take, but he's later. He's not here. You probably get him closer to late 6. Harris is he has a lot of issues.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Hey,
Neil's more of a run defender than a pass coverage. 6'2", 208 though. He's got size.
Yeah, I like the size.
Masses. Everyone loves him. He's more of a coverage guy. 6'1", 185. I could see him here. But let's look at edge. There is a guy I'm eyeing here for edge.
Uh-oh.
Caden Curry.
You eyeing out of Ohio State? Yeah.
He's a designated pass rusher. That's what he does. Rushes the passer.
Which
the problem with Strong is they don't think he's going to play this year because he's going to be recovering from a neck injury.
I don't think Strong. I don't think Strong returns. Period. I really don't.
He says he wants to, and they said
I know he wants to.
They said they had being talked about today. They said it's still up in the air. He's in recovery phase.
For him though, as Mikey, I'm just saying, like, you got your whole life ahead of you, man. That seemed very serious thing that he had.
I'm taking Taft here.
I want to fuck around. You got your college degree. I'm sure he has. You can. I know it sucks, but he's going to have to come to that conclusion. It's a very risky move, even if the surgery went well and rehab and all that. I mean, look at Micah Hyde, right? Micah Hyde also had surgeries, and things caught up to him. So I don't know.
A lot of people like this kid Caldwell, 6'5", 215 out of Cincinnati. I don't know that much about him. So, here I'd probably take Caden Curry, the edge.
Okay, go for it.
So I took Taft and Curry. So right now we have wide receiver, linebacker, D-line, guard, safety, and edge.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mixed kind of draft. We're not really focused on one side of the ball here.
Yeah. So here, the things that we still need, because we got the guard, we got the D-line, we got the linebacker, we got the safety. So
what a running back. Where are we at right now? Round 6?
Round 6. We have 2 more. We have 2 picks left. We're round 6, pick 1.
Look at the running backs real quick. Any bulldozers available? Though I don't think they're going to draft a running back, guys, but I wouldn't hate it either.
Taylor is 5'9", 204, not a bulldozer. No. Black is 5'10", 211, not a bulldozer. I don't think so. I can see Heinrich being someone that we would take, the fullback out of the Navy.
Okay.
Is it Robert Henry Jr.? That's
I mean, he could take over that role of Gilliam. I mean,
5'8", 175. Just a lot of little guys.
Yeah, seems that way, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't done much of my research on the running backs either, because I don't think we're going to draft one. So, but I was just curious if there's
they're taking a corner in this draft. Oh, I think they're taking a corner too. And at this point, I might just take the corner now. I mean, there's TJ Hall.
Yeah,
6 foot 190. I'm a big Kennedy fan. He's 5'11", 185. He's not a big guy, but play coverage all the way around. Yep, I'm going to take Kennedy here because I like him. And then with the last pick, I usually take a punter because we need a punter.
What do we have? We signed that one guy right back. We signed the Australian guy, right? Is Australian.
Stewart is a bulldozer, he said.
I don't think we go punter. I think they just signed their punter. I mean, I get what you're doing there. What about a quarterback? 6th round.
Huge upside. I could see us taking Heinrich here too in the 7th. There's Cole Payton. I think Cole Payton's gonna actually get drafted way higher. 6'3", 233. Taylor Green.
I mean, eventually you're gonna have to
higher.
You're gonna have to draft a quarterback at
235.
some point. Yeah.
No, they won't.
I know, but late in the round, like 6th round, I mean, I would. I mean, I don't know about no, they won't. They did draft Jake Fromm.
And they learned from it.
They learned from it, but come on, Fromm was also not a guy that was going to fit that offense anyways. I have no idea what the hell they were doing with the Fromm pick.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knew what they were doing with the Fromm pick. 6'4", 250. 250 from Michigan. Stewart's a bulldozer. Should have drafted the punter in the first round. We can draft a QB in 5 years.
Is there a new punt god out there that we should know about?
A punt god? No.
Is there a new one?
There is. The ones that we've been tied to is Stonehouse.
Stonehouse, great.
Yep, Stonehouse.
Stonehouse, good name.
Syracuse. Yep, he's the one that we've been tied to. But I think I'm going to take Heinrich here, the fullback.
All right, go for it. Yeah, we need a fullback.
We do.
All right, let's see if this
Since Terrion Stewart is a man, I'm out 2 out of Indiana. Okay. If you were going to go late round for defense for Leonard. All right, let's see how I did.
Let's see Mikey's
So I started with a trade back. I got 32, 64, and 96 for 26 and 91.
Oh, it's already looking better grade wise.
Casey, Trotter, Staples. They hated my Caden Curry pick.
They fucking hated your candidate. F.
Yeah.
That might have been the first F I think you've ever got.
They hated my Kennedy pick.
Holy shit. Look at that. Put the red on there, just like right in your face.
That's fine. I like him. They can hate him all they want. He's going to be a depth player for us.
So your worst grades were the Curry and the Kennedy at the end.
I probably overdrafted them a little bit, both of them a little bit.
I mean, but overall,
that's where I wanted them.
I don't hate the draft. Like I'm looking at your, especially early
there's
on.
Not,
like
there's not going to be a ton of elite game changers, but we got really solid starters that could grow into something more, that have high upside.
I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah.
They don't have to splash names. Not splashy names.
So you wind up getting what, a B in that? Like the overall grade? Probably a B, right?
B.
Okay.
And their favorite pick of mine was the fullback. The worst pick of mine was the corner. I had all kinds of ranges from A to F.
Oh man. How'd y'all think that Mikey did? Put it in the chat.
Because Kennedy's a true nickel.
Oh, you know what I forgot, Mikey? I had a poll for tonight. The poll was, what position should the Buffalo Bills target with their first draft pick? I had wide receiver, linebacker, defensive tackle, and edge. What do you think is leading right now? 54 votes in. Okay, 54%. What's in second?
Probably
it's
edge.
Actually a tie. It's a tie right now.
Edge and D tackle.
Yep, and then linebacker 9%. Yep. Sounds about right.
All right, Tommy. So there's my draft for tonight.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Next week we do you.
Yeah. Next week we'll do my draft. That's right. And you guys are gonna hate that because I'm gonna get all A's in this motherfucker.
Oh, I think
A's.
Cornell is the next John McCargo. I think he's closer to Kyle Williams than John McCargo.
Wow, forgot about McCargo.
McCargo and Williams were in the same draft. We took Kyle. We took Kyle in the 5th.
Yeah.
McCargo, in the 1st. It's no different than us taking, Benford and Elam. If you swap them, no one's complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. You got
wanted me to take Bo. I didn't do trades. This was solid. Thanks, Keys. And you were hoping to roast me.
Yeah, I would say honestly, they got it right. I would give that draft a B. I would say they hit it spot on.
I think so too.
It's tough, guys. When you do these mock drafts, man, it is not easy, especially when you get past like round 3. It starts to be like, what do you do here, right? Like it's you got to do your homework. Some of these guys, man.
And I'm not sure Kennedy's only he said he's a true slot. I'm not sure he's only a slot.
Kevin said,
I'll pass on this one.
I'll pass on this one.
Oh, excuse me.
you would take this one over the last one I had. No punter is a
Oh,
failure.
absolutely.
Spence says no punter is a failure.
Oh. Mike is getting the hand of the clips, man. I love it.
All right, I'll take that. All right, Tommy.
All right, man. So this was a fun show, another fun episode, man, where pretty much a chat steered us all night long. Dominated the show, which we love, man. We absolutely love it.
My favorite part of doing the show, honestly, is when we get in here and just talk with them. Like, I prefer that over us going through general stuff.
Yeah, all right, all day, man. For the most part, I love it. Like, trust me, guys, when I tell you, we have, or at least I pull up like 6 different topics or things we could talk about. Very rarely we get to them, so
we might get to 1 or 2. That's about it.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. So
I thought that was a good one. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate it.
So we appreciate you guys rocking with us, man.
For the effort, not the draft.
And I'll be back Friday night at 8 p.m. Me solo. I might have a guest. We'll see. I had Dustin on from Cold Front Buffalo last week. He was a really cool guest. Had a good time. Nice. But if not, I'll probably be solo. And then me and Mikey. Oh, and then Sunday is going to be 2003 episode. What is it? Episode 3. 2001. Yeah. So, or episode 4. I'm sorry. So, of the series and
Tommy's torture.
Yeah, Tommy's torture. 2002, Mike. What, dude? Going through that was like tough, man.
It's Tommy's torture Sunday.
Some people are actually, I had somebody in there, I think Sandra, and she wasn't around that time. She's enjoying it because she's getting to understand. We're like, what, like we as Bills fans actually had to go through in this drought years, man, and the craziness that went on. It is just wild, man. But anyways, I'll be back Sunday at 1 for that too, for the 2003 episode. And then me and Mikey return Monday night at 10 p.m. So is that it, Mikey?
Spence says the Bills do the opposite of what Mikey does. So we want Mikey to have horrible drafts.
Dude, all the time. I got lucky. They picked a couple players I wanted, but
they never take the guys I want. Ever.
No, Mikey never gets
They never give me the guys I want.
Oh, and speaking of the draft, we will be live again, obviously, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Are you going to do 3 days again with me, Mikey, or you don't know yet? Okay.
I know for a fact I'm doing Thursday, Friday.
Okay. So for sure, Mikey will be back, doing the draft Thursday, Friday. I'll be doing it all 3 days. But yeah, we will be live during that time. So look forward to watching that. We'll see if we draft in the first round this time, but if not, we'll have a good time hanging out. And that's it, guys. We appreciate you guys, man. Mikey, any last words?
No, so much fun. Love you guys and go Bills.
All right, Bills Mafia, we love you. Peace. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
That's right.
Don't forget, when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Too sweet.